Hi there, Fredonia. It's Margie Wright, Chief Officer for Curriculum and Human Resources, here with this week's Monday Update. We have a whole host of things going on, so you're going to want to read this more in detail. But just to highlight a few of those things, we want to make sure that we shout out to our symphonic band members who not only went on a Disney trip to perform, but they also took a number of classes there as well. There's a really cool video made by one of our students that you're not going to want to miss. We also want to have a huge shout out to our coaches, athletes, volunteers, and families for all of their hard work as we wrap up the sports season. And to highlight some of those sports seasons, we want to talk about our sectional softball champs. So we're so proud of you ladies, way to go. Our track athletes, we have 4 of them that are headed to states. That's another exciting thing. And then our unified basketball team, they were the runners up for the B division. So way to go, all of the athletes. We're so proud of you. Also, we wanted to highlight our high school PE class with Mrs. Johnston. They completed a bicycle unit. And that was really cool because our BOCES program has a locker exchange where you can actually get equipment. And she got bicycles, and students went on 3-mile bike rides, and they got to experience all sorts of things to learn about biking and safety and gears and all kinds of bike stuff. So thank you, Mrs. Johnston, for taking the lead on that. It's a wonderful opportunity for our students. We also wanted to highlight the Tri-M Honor Society, which is a service club, and the members there and all of the wonderful things that they did. And you can read about that in the SMORE. We also wanted to talk about our Crucible, that is our literary magazine, and that is the spring edition is out, and you can check that out via an online link in the SMORE. So you want to look at that also. And then we have to highlight our social worker, Miss Cassie Farrell, who had joined us recently. We're so glad to have you. And she initiated a Mental Health Month Tree of Support, which is on display by our elementary entrance there. And it's really beautiful. So you're going to want to check that out and see all the wonderful things, that she has done to help further that for our school. We also have a number of things going on in the school, particularly this final month, and that's the reason I'm here in the auditorium. Tonight is our high school awards assembly, so we're excited about that. We have things happening all the time in the building. And in light of some of the very tragic things that have happened, not only locally, but nationally, we take safety very seriously. And we are going to be instilling our single point of entry, which is through the events entrance, which we know most people are used to being there. But for example, Thursday, we have our art show, and we're very excited to highlight our artists from elementary, middle school, and high school. And as typical, those will be in the hallways, and parents and families will be allowed to wander. And we know that some of you have multiple students that you'll want to see in multiple grades. But we are asking that everybody come through that events entrance. So while we know that that isn't always the most convenient, we know it's the safest. So all the other exterior doors will be locked, and we will have the one entrance there at the events entrance. And that helps us to be able to monitor and helps us to be able to do our part in ensuring our number one priority, which is the safety of everybody here in our building. So we thank you for understanding, we thank you for cooperating, and we thank you for supporting not only your child, but just our school district as we try and keep our building open, especially after COVID. We're so happy to have everybody here, and we want to try and do that in the safest way possible. So we thank you for your support, and we thank you for helping us to keep everybody safe by using the single point of entry, which is the events entrance. So thank you. Also, we wanted to highlight a change in the calendar from the beginning of the year, and that is June 23rd. So June 23rd is going to be a half-day dismissal for elementary only, just the elementary school. So they will be dismissing on June 23rd at 11:30 in the morning, which is the typical half-day time. And the reason for that is that with all of the different shortages with bus drivers and time and things of that nature, our teachers have put in a lot of extra hours to make sure that students got on buses safely. Sometimes it arrived quite late. So this is a way of giving back and honoring the work that they did. So again, you can read about that in the SMORE. There's a message there from Dr. Ziliaks all about that to answer any questions you might have. We want to let you know as soon as possible to add that to your calendar. So June 23rd will be a half-day dismissal for the elementary students only. There's so much more to highlight, including some summer activities like the volleyball skills camp coming up. And then it gives you all the lineup of events happening for the month of June. So if you're going to be here tonight in our auditorium for the high school awards assembly, I'll see you soon. If not, I hope to see you around at one of the events. Please stop and say hi and introduce yourselves. I'm so excited to have been here a full year now at Fredonia, and I am just so appreciative of all the warm welcomes and connections and conversations in this past year. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care.